Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Heal Lift Rise. My name is Carla. Thank you all so very much for joining me here. Truly appreciate every single one of you, all of your love, support, and kindness to the channel. I wanted to share some special messages today with you. More particularly around something that you might be experiencing at this time, but either way, so profound. I feel like both messages can be received to help you so very much on your journey. First and foremost, I wanted to share about emotions, okay? So, and this ties into the second half of the message that I'm going to talk about and share with you in a little bit. But I really wanted to start with this one because this one is so important, because I feel like this is something that so many people struggle with out there, as far as like trying to make sense of things and not allowing themselves to process emotions and such. But what I wanted to share was that emotions play a huge part in whispering intuitive insight to you. So the more that you allow yourself to actually feel your emotions, you will receive the message that the emotions carry, and that are meant for you. So what I mean by that, it's so hard to put it into words, but what I mean by that is, when we experience something emotionally, whether that be intense, whether that be very like just kind of quick, sudden, fleeting, sometimes we tend to not want to feel it, or we tend to be overwhelmed by it if we're not in tune with our emotions, and if we don't already know how to allow ourselves to feel and to process, so when we run from that, when we suppress that, when we ignore it, it gets like stuck in our energetic field, right? We're not allowing that energy to be moved through us. It becomes a problem in a sense that energy can create disease in the body, right? Things that are, because it can cause blockages within our energetic field. Now, if we aren't in tune with these emotions and allowing messages to kind of come through as necessary, we can miss out on really good insight, intuitive insight that's like just wanting to just come through us so our vessel can receive it. And what I mean by that, okay? So as I was saying, as you experience something really profound, it could be anything, right? Let's say you encounter a past life connection, okay? Past life connections are, I don't want to say they're rare, but they're rare in a sense that it doesn't happen all the time. And once you experience it, it feels so intense. It feels so overwhelming. It feels like just like it feels like super familiar to you. It feels like you've known this person all your life. You can't explain how you know what you know when you're feeling, right? But let's just say you allow yourself to feel it, okay? You allow yourself to feel the intensity of what this connection, connection like brought you, this like intensity of emotion, right? That's like coming through you. Well, I'm gonna tell you, if you allow yourself to sit with that emotion, with that energy that is so overwhelming, yes, perhaps, it will bring profound insight and wisdom for you that you are meant to receive from this encounter, from this connection, on a deeper level. So for me, and just like things that I've experienced recently, I had this profound message come through. Because I allowed myself to feel the intensity of what I was experiencing. I allowed it to move through me, and I kind of grounded myself with this energy. But I've also asked for intuitive insight and guidance on this. But the emotions itself carries energy, and it did provide actually beneficial insight, wisdom, whatever you want to call it, for my journey. And that insight, that wisdom was pouring love into myself, pouring, love into me, filling up my cup, focusing on my creative endeavors, focusing on what fills me up, and, doing more of that for myself. Because I will say, I am such a good cheerleader for other people. I love to see people happy. I love to see people thriving and winning and living their best life. It makes me happy. And I always see the potential in people, and I always feel like I can draw out the best in people and let them see that. I reflect that back to them of how amazing they are, the potential of their infinite possibilities, opportunities for them. And just, I tend to do that for people. I know this about myself, right? But I also know on the flip side of that, this awareness, this knowing that I don't do enough of that for myself. I need to be my best cheerleader for me. I need to fill up more of my cup and focus on my creativities, focus on my creative endeavors and all those things, because I'm so good when it comes to doing that for other people, but I really need to do more of that to myself. And that was this awareness of this intuitive message that came through emotions that were so intense, that were so overwhelming. But the fact that I allowed myself to sit through that, the fact that I allowed myself to kind of open up to feeling it all in its entirety, and kind of meditating around what this deeper message, deeper meaning was, that was what was coming through, was fill up your cup, focus on you and all the things that light you up, and bringing more of you out into the world, bringing more of your creative expression, and working on that, and lots of self-love and creativity. So that kind of came up for me through my experience. But that in itself is the bubble of this message that I want you to receive, that emotions whisper to you deep, profound wisdom and insight. If you allow yourself to feel it, to kind of allow it to process through you, and even meditating on that, the feeling and what you're meant to be receiving on it. Because if you are open to it, you can receive that insight. But if you block off the feeling because certain feelings, certain emotions are just too overwhelming for you, you could miss out on intuitive insight and guidance for you of what this is meant to teach you, what you're meant to learn in this, what you're meant to gain from this. And it can be very, very helpful, beneficial for your journey. We don't always have to go seeking things or be stuck in our head about certain situations or certain things that happen or occur. We can receive the insight within, and within the experience itself, within the experience of emotions, and allowing ourselves to just process the emotions, allowing ourselves to feel the emotions, and allow the whisper of wisdom to come through, because it's so profound and it does truly help your journey. I feel just based on my own experience with this, right? It has given me clarity on the situation, clarity on, why sometimes we have these significant or intense encounters or connections, things that kind of happen out of nowhere. But the truth is, it's meant to change us. It's meant to awaken us to some degree. Something on some level, it's meant to elevate us and to help us see the bigger picture, to see the truth of the situation. It's reflecting something back to us, of course. There's always guidance and wisdom, knowledge to be gained from interactions, anyways. But when it carries intense emotions or overwhelming emotions, allow yourself to feel it, allow yourself to go through that process. Because I'm telling you, emotions can go through very quickly. It's just how much you're allowing that space for it to go through. It takes about like 90 seconds for emotions to go through you and kind of transcend out of your experience. So 90 seconds, that's enough time for you to really get grounded and open to that experience, to what you're feeling, and understand that it's going to it carries wisdom, it carries information. Your emotions carry information that are beneficial for you on your journey. So I wanted to share that message because I really felt like it could be very beneficial. And that was like the bubble of this whole video anyways. I did want to kind of touch on past life connections, but I'm not going to like dive deep into it, but I did kind of just want to highlight past life connections in itself can be very, very intense. When you meet somebody from a past life, it can feel so overwhelming, just like it takes over your entire being. Like you lose your breath, you're just lost, because it's kind of really meant to shake you up and wake you up to some degree. But it's also because you shared another life with that person. So you incarnated before together and shared some kind of deep bond experience with them. And maybe, perhaps, there could be some kind of unfinished business in this life, maybe. But the more important thing to focus on here is that if you allow yourself the time, the space to sit with that heavy, intense emotion that you're going to experience, that you experience with this, it's going to give you the wisdom that you are needing. It's going to give you the insight that you were meant to receive because of this encounter. And it's not always what you think. It's not always what the mind wants you to get caught up in. It's so much bigger, so much deeper than that. And I feel it's like an unfolding. So the encounter or interaction in itself can make way for so much more to unfold as your journey goes on, as, you know, kind of time goes on, so to speak. So allow yourself the patience and grace to just be with the present moment and allow the unfolding of the wisdom that comes with emotions and the emotions that you feel. Allow yourself to feel it. Feeling is healing, feeling is revealing. So that's like my new phrase. Like, feeling is not only healing, feeling is revealing. It's going to reveal so much intuitive wisdom and insight for you on your journey. So I hope that this video helped you. I hope it uplifted you and gave you some insight onto emotions, onto feelings, because it whispers wisdom to you, and there is a message. There's something in there for you to learn when you experience emotions, especially intense emotions that can just seem so overwhelming. And I understand that completely understand that. But allow yourself to be with it, to feel it, to experience it. Because it's providing you so much goodness, so much wisdom. So thank you so very much. If this video resonated with you, like the video, share the video. I always appreciate all of your support. It means so very much to me. And until next time, my friends, take very good care. I love you all so much. Bye.